I am currently making a red velvet cake. I don't know why I showed you this bowl because there's no indication of literally anything that's in here. But you can see your reflection. 3, 2, 1. I just wanted to chat because we all know I'm a yapper. I really wanted to get an angle in which you could see what I'm doing while also seeing my face. I don't actually know how to do that. First layer is down. If you're wondering, like, hey dude, this is actually like not red. I put so much red food dye into this. I thought it would be like bloody. I made a small little cupcake that also does not look very red. This is more red than my actual cake. I don't know if that looks red to you. Like, I put so much red food dye into this that I truly honestly thought it was just gonna be a lot and you'll be able to taste it, but guess we'll see. I've been wanting to do like a I talk while baking video, but I always start baking when like my family's around and they would be so confused if they saw me filming a video of me baking. Right now is a good opportunity to do a update on my job. Now I'm doing a middle layer of frosting. I'm putting a thick layer on because there's literally only one layer. I wish that this was quieter. I know that you'll be able to hear the spinning. Layer 2 on. Usually when I do the top layer, I flip it around so the bottom's on top, so at least the top is flat. So the top is just not gonna be flat this time, but it's fine because it's for my uncle's birthday, and who's gonna yell at me for doing a cake wrong? I'm like a month into my new role because I am now more comfortable in my role. I can do a little chit chat on my general thoughts so far. I really like the work-life balance that I have, and that's like part of the reason why I joined the company that I joined. In terms of like my actual day job, I have a good idea of what I'm doing, but I don't think it's going to be very interesting to me. That's fine. I don't need to be very interesting. Like, I don't think that there's a role that I want to do anyway. If I were smarter, I would put this in a piping bag and then like pipe the sides, but that's not gonna happen. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a job where I'm like, oh, this completely interests me, like this is exactly what I want to do, unless like I can start making money off of YouTube. I feel like I have a big case of imposter syndrome right now. I'm in, technically it's a senior role. I am what, 4 years out of undergrad? Many people with the same title as me has been in the industry for 18, 20 years, and I'm like, how am I in my role? Like, I'm a little baby. I'm just a baby. You know what I mean? I feel like that's why I'm getting imposter syndrome. I am the youngest on my team. I probably am the least experienced. There are people who are in roles less senior than me who have more experience than I do. Not even just like experience, general experience doing the job that we're doing. I don't know how I ended up here, and that's what's like actually concerning me. I was talking to a VP and she was like, where were you before this? And I was like, oh, I was at a consulting company. And she's like, oh, how long were you with them for? And I was like, 4 years. And she's like, what were you doing before that? I said, oh, I went to this college. And she said, for master's? And I said, no, for undergrad. She looked at me, she was like, what? And then, like, she asked me if I had certain certifications, and I was like, no. I feel like she was, like, grasping at straws to see how the hell I got this job. And I know I shouldn't let that stop me, because, like, they wouldn't have hired me if I wasn't a good fit for this job. But at the same time, like, I could be a personality hire. This is a crumb coat, which basically catches all the crumbs. The outside of the cake doesn't have any. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for a little bit while I chat. I'm probably gonna put it in there for like 10-ish minutes while we wait. Ow, don't fall. Don't do that. I got a Basque cheesecake from my local bakery, and I got some frosting on my arm. I have felt imposter syndrome before. Before, when I experienced it, it wasn't as strong as what I'm feeling now. Because right now I feel like a whole lot of imposter syndrome where I like genuinely don't know how I got the job that I got. Because everyone's so much older than me, I just like don't feel qualified at all. And I know that like they wouldn't have hired me if I wasn't qualified. So I don't know. Cheers. Oh, sorry, I forgot to offer you a bite. I kind of already took half of one. Here, hold on. Here you go. One bite. It's pretty good. I just have to keep reminding myself that I'm still new and I am still learning the role. I'm learning about the team. Even though I've worked at the company before, like I'm still learning the culture. I just have to remember I'm only a month in. Like, it's fine. I think it's normal to feel the way that I'm feeling. Literally the first couple of weeks I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here and riding the vibes. And I still feel that way sometimes. My biggest insecurity right now is my age. I don't like telling people my age because I feel like, especially being a small Asian woman, they already assume that I'm young. Actually knowing that they have kids my age is a different story. I don't know. I feel like it's also me overthinking my own insecurities because maybe no one thinks that I'm young. I feel like I look like I could be 12 and I look like I could be 30. The first month has been pretty chill, still learning. I kind of know what I'm doing, but I kind of don't. I feel like I'm not good at my day job, and I texted the cousin that. I was like, I feel like I'm really bad at my day job. Like, what I mean by that is I feel like I understand higher level what my team and the organization is trying to do with my team. On a day-to-day level, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing what my manager tells me, and that's about it. I truly don't know. And that's the vlog. That is me yapping because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, my manager during our last check-in was like, oh, like, are you having fun? And I was like, I don't know about that. And I know it's not fair to my current team. I feel like my last team was more fun. Just like by the nature of the work, the energy was younger. Like, they played music, where I feel like now my team is like incredibly corporate. I'm gonna stop eating this cheesecake and start making my own cake. I'm kind of done yapping. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop it. Like, I feel like this upcoming week, I am going to ask my manager if he has any feedback for me, even though it's really early on. I just feel insecure. I just don't know if I'm gonna be good at my job. And I also miss my old team, but also like not many people have reached out to me, and I'm a little offended. Yeah, I could reach out to them too. Like, in terms of my team, my manager seems pretty chill. I feel like the other person on my team doesn't know how to pronounce my name. Every time she says it, she just gets really quiet, and I feel like that's a telltale sign of not knowing how to pronounce someone's name, which I think is just funny. I'm used to it at this point. Like, I've lived my whole life with my name. It's just par for the course. She's heard me introduce myself enough, at least during my first week, that she probably should know how to pronounce it at this point. To each their own. All that to say is I feel insecure right now. I've always felt insecure, but like always pretty confident in my professional abilities. Now I'm not. And the funny thing is, like, if you would have asked me before I started whether or not I could do this job, I would have told you, like, for sure, I'm 100% confident I can do this job. But now after starting, I don't know if I can do my job. I don't know what I don't know, but I don't know if I can do it. I actually don't think I know how I want to decorate this yet. For now, I'm gonna put this in the fridge. The reason why I have this little cupcake is so I can break it apart and put the crumbs on top. I put more food coloring in this so it's more vibrant. I'm gonna stop filming because holy shit, this is a long and I really haven't said much. I will show you the final product when I'm done. Alright, bye! This is the final cake. It says happy birthday. I put little, oh, I need to take that crumb off. I put little hearts all around it. Yeah, that's it. That was my bacon bitch session. Bacon bitch. Bevel and Bake is taken by Conan Gray, but I really do like that. Okay, bye! I'm now officially a little over 3 months into my new role. It's just part of my life now. It doesn't feel new anymore. I joke at work, even though I only started 3 months ago, it feels like I've been there for like a year already because of how much the team has changed in terms of like I started and there were no processes. I literally was like, what's the process on the first day? And they're like, we don't have one, actually. That's why you're here. You're here to develop it. Now we have a process. We have ways to capture data now, whereas before we didn't. I feel like my team has progressed quite a bit in the past 3 months. I still sometimes feel new. Literally today, we were in a meeting and they were talking about something that happened before I joined that was like project related work, and I was just like, I don't know what we're talking about. They were mentioning names and I was like, I don't know those people. Remember that meeting? Do not remember that meeting. Do I have bad memory, or did it actually happen before I started? And I'm pretty sure it happened before I started, so I'm not counting that on myself. I still feel new, but I also feel like I've been here for so long. I know that my 1 month check-in was basically me saying that I feel very young and I feel imposter syndrome because I am very young, and I still feel that way, except it's not as prevalent. I think when I was first meeting people and getting to know people, every time I would meet someone new who is my peer level, like I hear how old they are, I'm like, I'm such a baby. Like, I'm such a baby. Like, the person who is closest to my age on my team is 6 years older than me, and I'm like, that 6 years is not that big of a difference. Like, she has a kid. I could not have a kid right now. Like, I could not be taking care of another human being other than myself right now. That's also like the opportunity has presented itself because, like, thank you so much, but I'm still single. The universe has really tried, but not that hard. The 12 grapes, I'm waiting. We're hitting crunch time, baby. These 12 grapes really need to get going. I still feel really young. I am now at the place where it's like I'm used to being young, and I just try not to let my age show. I can't really do anything about it. In terms of like my work-life balance, I still feel like it's really good. I can't complain, and I just came back from a 2-week vacation. Because of my prior role, the first time I ever took more than a week off, I came back. My manager at the time was very unhappy where I came back, and she complained to my consulting company at the time that I just wasn't around, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't around because I was on vacation, and I told you I was on vacation, and I told you months in advance. You approved my vacation. The weeks leading up to my vacation, I asked you every day if there's anything else I can do before I leave, because once I leave, I will not be reachable because I will be on a cruise. I came back, and then she's exploded, and then I just got really stressed for a couple of weeks because I was just like, what do you mean I wasn't around? I literally was on vacation. Regardless, This time I got stressed because I didn't want that to happen again. And especially this is a full-time gig. There's no escaping. I asked my manager every day. I said, is there anything I can do before I leave? Before I left, I sent a whole little email that was like, here's all my work in flight. Good luck. If you need me, you can text me, but I will be turning all of my other notifications off. See you in 2 weeks. Came back, everything was fine. And I was like, whew, I can breathe. And that made me feel a lot better about taking more time off in the future. My work, I would say, is not the most exciting thing that I've ever done, but I am okay with that because it's like I'm getting paid. My work-life balance is good. I don't need to love my work. I just need to not hate it, and I do not hate it. I like my team. My manager is chill. Seems like a very easygoing guy. My other team member is also pretty chill. She's really nice. She's honestly very smart and very hardworking, and I'm making me look like a slacker, which is fine because I kind of am. Like, literally my mom today was like, your manager really thinks you're doing a good job, because I feel like every time she looks at me, I'm not working. For legal purposes, that's a joke. I am a very good employee who sits at my desk at all hours of the day when during work hours. So I'll have to say, like, 3 months in, I feel like I'm vibing or chilling. In terms of, like, my day-to-day job, I feel like I'm fine with it now. I actually know what I'm doing, and I'm doing the things. Don't feel 100% confident in believing that I'm doing the things that I need to do correctly, but I don't think I will ever feel like that. Because my team and the processes are changing so often, I feel like I'm never gonna feel, like, stable, I guess, in this, because literally just today, our director messaged my team and was like, hey, we're gonna need you to take on some extra scope. And like, that scope's gonna change our whole process. We're flying by the vibes. That's my 3-month update. I'm just chilling, chugging along, not as insecure professionally, at least, as I was once before. I was editing that month 1 clip recently, and I was like, wow, I was really going through it. And I still am, just in different ways now. I don't feel as strongly of imposter syndrome as I once did, though I still do feel it. The last time I asked my manager for feedback, he said I was doing a great job. So I feel like that's great, I guess. I'm gonna ask him again tomorrow if he has any feedback for me. Maybe tomorrow he's gonna be like, bro, you suck at your job. And I'll be like, that's fair. That is honestly so fair. I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to, and you haven't already, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! Bye-bye! In my last video, in my outro, I did a little mwah, and I honestly thought that was a little cute. Mwah. Bye! That is so forward of me. I'm so sorry. Hopefully that was consensual. I'm just probably not gonna do that again. I feel like that's not super my personality either. I'm not a very outwardly affectionate person. I'm just gonna say toodaloo. Toodaloo, baby boo. If I'm gonna flirt with anyone and it's not the cousin, it's gonna be a camera in my room. See ya.